We know the past, but can't control it. We control the future, but can't know it. From this amazing quote, it's made increasingly clear that nothing we can do now and moving further can ever change the past. But then the question comes to mind, why do we care about something that's completely out of our control? Our past is relevant because it defines us. Because it is from the study of the past that the future can be corrected. It is from the mistakes of ages that we can learn from to make correct choices. The past defines us, and we define the future. To even think of imagining a future with AI, we must first speak of the past without it. To give us a brief history of the past and a possible future caused by AI, we have Mr. Jacob Thomas.
Mr. Jacob Thomas is a techie at heart and leader by nature, committed to leveraging tech to transforming the learning and education landscape at Good Shepherd International School, Ooty. He is devoted to providing world-class education to students by giving them the right mix of facilities and values.
Over to you, sir.
So I imagine the primitive man gazed out at the night sky and marveled at the repeating patterns and shapes that appeared in the discernible frequency. For thousands of centuries, we did not understand such natural phenomena and calamities. Eclipses, earthquakes, floods and famines. Some even believed the earth was flat. Our subsequent understanding of the stars led to the study of astronomy that emboldened us to explore space. We're not talking about colonizing the moon and Mars, and it's no longer science fiction. Machine learning is similar in that sense and essential to the learning ability of artificial intelligence. It fundamentally relies on patterns found in massive amounts of data, which is today millions of times larger than ever before in history and continuing to grow exponentially. History records the evolution of human understanding, and I think education plays a vital role in carrying that understanding forward. We are explorers. We are artists. We are philosophers, we are builders, we are innovators, we are problem solvers, and we are much more. I believe these are things about humanity that will not change. Rather, they will expand and push the boundaries beyond our known limits. The human brain has evolved more in the last 200 years than in the 10,000 years before that. That is attributed to the agricultural and industrial revolutions, which enabled humans to produce, distribute, and consume food more efficiently than ever before, and has so far been considered the most pivotal period in humanity's progress. We transitioned from hand production methods to creating machines, creating new chemical and manufacturing processes, implementing the use of water and steam power, the development of mechanized factory systems. These things led to the rapid increase in population and the need for societal structures, and expanding the role of business, which contributed greatly to the economic growth the world has witnessed since then. My favorite example is the airline industry. It has created an entire new industry from a single invention, creating new jobs that required new skills, which expanded the role of education into more diverse aspects of engineering. Like the impact of the Industrial Revolution, the convergence of AI, robotics, and automation will reshape the job market. It will require a realignment of skills. Think about what that will mean for the future of education. Therefore, in thinking about how AI will impact education, we need to first and foremost look at how it will impact work. The new skills and knowledge that an AI-driven world will create. The why, the what, and the how of education of the future will be informed by that. So about 10 years ago, Google acquired a small AI startup named DeepMind. Their approach is a very interesting one, because the first thing they set out to do was create a large language model, which is what is used to teach AI. They created the system to go and play a board game, a very ancient Chinese board game called Go. They named it AlphaGo. And it took only a few years for AlphaGo to defeat the world's best Go players, showing yet another way that computers could perform better than humans in highly complex tasks, and offered a glimpse of the promise of new technologies that mimic the brain functions of humans. More recently, Google parlayed that approach to create AlphaFold, which has mapped out over 228 protein structures that exist in both plant and animal life. What's remarkable is that it typically takes some microbiologists today, or it used to, their entire careers to map out 1 to 3 structures. And now we have 228 million of them. Now that we have these protein structures, we can make advancements in how they can be applied in medical science and other disciplines. And the potential is astounding. The implication for education is, how should universities approach teaching microbiology in the future? Doctors already use AI to analyze images of eyes to determine existing and potential diseases, enabling accurate evaluations of being performed automatically, which in turn has reduced the workload of physicians, decreased errors, and improved the performance in the prediction and detection of various diseases. Those are remarkable examples of how AI will rapidly advance medical science and improve the quality and longevity of humanity. Stability AI, another new startup, and in the news a lot, the CEO of Stability AI, Emad Mostaq, predicts that in 5 years, all software programming can be performed by an AI. Clearly, that has very serious implications for software engineers. So what do you think we should teach our students today in computer science, if it's going to be an obsolete skill? Look at the impact that Microsoft Excel has had on human productivity. My favorite app, by the way, I use it every day. Likewise, AI will raise human potential even further and enable us to operate at much higher levels of efficiency and scale. But clearly, there will be bad actors who will misuse this technology. For one man's tool is another man's weapon. Malware, software viruses, hacking, cyber warfare are all unfortunate examples of how technology has been exploited to inflict harm and commit crimes. One madman decided to take an airplane and fly it into a building to commit one of the most atrocious terrorist acts in modern history. Like many other human inventions that have been misused, AI can also be weaponized. In his new book, Harari astutely points out, AI has mastered human language, which makes it capable of hacking the human operating system. The most immediate threat that AI poses is to the integrity of truth, which pervades all knowledge. Therefore, I believe that is the greatest threat to education, when we can no longer tell what truth is. AI is capable of compiling answers that are so convincing, even being able to produce and cite convincing sources that obfuscate from the truth. Just as parents apply restrictions on the content their children are exposed to, should we have exposed AI, early AIs, to the open internet? The pervasive use of smartphones by today's young children is creating a generation that is growing addicted to entertainment and instant gratification, while the machines around them are getting even smarter. I fear that will result in the erosion of the acquisition of knowledge and undermine the very purpose of education. AI will accelerate machine intelligence even more by turbocharging it with intelligent data and combine that into automated action or automation. Not only will it result in jobs being replaced or eliminated altogether, it will also redefine what a job is, and therefore which skills, mindsets, and knowledge are relevant in the future. Ray Kurzweil built on the concept of the singularity, which is defined as the moment when AI technology will be so advanced that humans will not be able to differentiate between man and machine. He predicts that will happen within the next 25 years. Kurzweil claims that when this singularity has been reached, machine intelligence will be infinitely more powerful than all human intelligence combined, and predicts that the singularity is also the point at which human intelligence and machine intelligence will merge, representing a profound, irreversible transformation in human capability. The pertinent question is, what can machines do for us, not to us? While Paul Revere had to ride through the night to carry a message from the front lines of the American Civil War that subsequently led to America's independence, it took just a single tweet about the self-immolation of a Tunisian fruit vendor to spark the Arab Spring, which has reshaped the Middle East as we know it. Yes, there are many doomsday predictions about AI, and clearly the calls to regulate this new technology is to not only prevent its misuse, but also to prevent unintended consequences must be acted upon with urgency. AI has been created by mankind. I believe it cannot entirely replace human intelligence and creativity. It cannot be empathetic, nor can it feel love, but it will be utterly convincing in describing it. AI cannot replace, at least not fully, initiative, purpose, drive, ambition, nor creativity. Those are and will always remain the domain of humans. It is emotion and the connections we make with each other, our community, our nature, that inspire humans. To be clear, AI is a powerful and sophisticated tool. Like the modern computer and internet, it will become indispensable to the way we live, work, and learn. The AI boom is already ushering in jobs with skills like LLM prompt engineer, implying that AI will not only create new job opportunities, but it also emphasizes that the jobs of tomorrow will require AI skills. That is similar to how computer skills have become an essential part of every profession that exists today. Whether you're in finance, architecture, engineering, medicine, or law, in the job market of the past 30 years, the need for computer skills has only increased. While advancements in technology have driven productivity gains and many other vast improvements, the question before us is, how much of those problems will AI help solve? We see them everywhere, in the unfair and unequal distribution of vaccines, in a global economic system rigged against the poor, in the utterly inadequate response to the climate crisis, in digital technology, and in the media landscape across us. I'm an optimist on artificial intelligence. It's the technology of the future, and those who know how to use it will succeed, and those who don't know how to benefit from it will be left behind.